Women get a lot of stuff in pastels, you know. Wolfie passed his weight, didn't he? Yes. And do you know why he passed his weight? Because he's not stupid, because he's a professional. So what's happened now? Are they fighting? Join Alphabet, she won't request me. Alphabet knows. Women see more colours, do they? Sorry that Alphabet was rude to you. Don't me. The fight's off. Alfie's is such an embarrassment though, isn't he? Like, imagine chatting that much shit for the last year, going, oh, this fight's going to be the fight. Yeah, watch what I'm going to do to him. And now, like, a year down the line, it's like, oh, you're not going to weigh enough, because I can definitely tell you're not going to weigh enough. Oh. Help me. Do you know what I mean? Shut up. Oh, was he not fighting? Yeah, he done it. Yeah, that was it. The charity football match that he was invited to, you know. Just because you get asked to do something does not make you Lord and Saviour of fucking whatever. Where's my other phone? Where's my other one? I need to get rid of these phones because I've got too many. I've got 3. One number doesn't work anymore. The other one's just to go live on, and the other one's the one I film content. One needs to go. I don't need 3, it's doing my head in. But I haven't swapped all the apps over yet, so everything's like fucking, all my banking and that's on one phone. There's nothing on this phone, and then on the other phone there's my booyakas. Do you know what I'm saying? My booyakas. Which is the phone I don't want to lose. Because one of my favourite booyakas. Oh! And I've not gone psychopath enough to learn his number off by heart yet, so I will do soon. Right. Do you know what? I just don't know. I was going to counter and my house is a shithole and my friend's not coming to clean it until Sunday, so I'm just living in squalor, honestly. Well, actually, I might potter around the kitchen. I can't live in a shithole. I can't sit around mess. No matter if I've got my mate coming to do it or not, do you know what I mean? She does it really good, though. She sort of organises all my cupboards. Because when I get ready, yeah, I've gone feral. When I get ready, I just shove everything out. Yeah, it does clutter the mind. But at the moment, I'm only spending time in, as long as the room I'm in the most, like my bedroom's a shithole, my kitchen and that, and this place is fine. You wouldn't even think it's a mess, to be honest. Like, if you look at my house, you'll be like, the amount of people that come in and go, it's not even a mess. But I like my scatter cushions all done. Like, before I go to bed, I make all my sofa up, so I wake up in the morning and it's all nice. You know? Right. I need to get a new sofa. I hate that one. The thing is, though, it's annoying because I'm moving soon, so I've got a lot of shit packed. I can't touch anything yet. You know? I can't touch anything yet. I can't, like, decorating or anything or buying anything new because I don't even know what I'm doing with the new place. No cleaning on Good Friday. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's perfect then. No cleaning for Jesus. Jesus is watching. If you get that Henry out, you're fucked. Jesus said, no Henrys. Here to help. You fucking weren't this morning, were you, Dimensional Art? Where were you this morning, It's all right, because it's a bank holiday. I had an argument with the taxi driver as well. He was dropping me back up from town, and it nearly cost me 30 quid, and he went in the wrong direction on the way here. So he was like, oh, sorry, I've gone the wrong direction. And he went the whole long way round. I said, what are you doing? He was like, oh, it's bank holiday. I said, so that means you take the longest route, does it? He was like, oh, you from Harpenden? Yeah, actually, I am. Funnily enough. Do you know what I'm saying? Isn't it? Normally costs me £20. Fucking bastard. I hate the Easter holidays as well because I get recognised. So many anxieties. Zoe, my darling. But I think I'd go unnoticed if I didn't wear such bright stuff or look so unique. If I didn't have a tattoo on my head or bleached blonde hair, then I probably wouldn't get recognised. It's the tattoo, do you know what I mean? Because people on here seem to think you have a few 100,000 followers and every Tom, Dick and Harry knows who you are. Not everyone has a fucking clue. I always say this, like when people come around thinking they're famous on TikTok, I'm like, we are just a literally small percentage of people. You know, it's a worldwide app. Like we are, like there's probably more people that don't know who we are than people that do. You know? And you'll notice if you ever do meet me and like you look at me, you'll see that I'm looking at you like, what the fuck? Because I forget I do this. Like no matter how many times I do it, I forget I do TikTok. So if someone's looking at me, I'm assuming you want to scrap. I really do. What do you want? You know? Or I get, my mum loves you, my mum watches you, so without fail, it's like a reflex now. I'm like, well, why don't you? And I don't know what to do. I don't give a fuck if your nan likes me. She ain't here, is she? Why don't you? Yeah? You know what I'm saying? We do, Zoe. We do. Hi, Sophie Emma. What's that? You look familiar. Do I know? What's ZACK? Where's my doggies? I got rid of them. No, I'm joking. They're at the dog sitters. They're at the dog sitters. Like, everyone thinks I get rid of the dog. Oh, I've got rid of the dogs. You forget I've got 2 months of content I'm behind on that I need to film and record, and I can't do that with 2 dogs tapping about. I can't leave them for that long, you know. Oh, she's young, free and single, finally. Is he out? Is he out? Out. Oh, yeah, they're having fish for dinner. Fucking 4 walks a day, 5 walks, fucking lying in the garden in the sun, wrapped up in heated blankets. The pictures I'm getting, no wonder when they come back home, they're bastards. They're entitled when they're so naughty when they come back home. Mimi will stand at the cupboard and bark for a pig's ear. And I tell her no. She does listen to me, though. They both do. They're really good with me. They know. The thing is, they know when they're pushing their luck, and they know when to push their luck with me. Do you know what I'm saying? They know when I'll give in, but they know not to do it a lot because I talk to them like they're human beings. Miss Mimi rules the roost, very much so. She doesn't leave Daddy's side. She's a daddy's girl. Oh, is Alphaba still ranting about this whole... So I've done me research on the whole trans topic, and I'm absolutely devastated for the trans community. It makes me feel sick. I just think it's disgusting. All the trans people in America. Like, do you know what? I'm actually like... I'm quite annoyed with myself. Like, I'm like, as much as I made a joke about supporting Donald Trump, from a pop culture, how fucking car crashy is, I did. Support's such a fucking strong word. I found a light of the situation, but I just find the whole world a pantomime. I never really have supported him. I just found him quite comedic and funny, and I thought, do you know what? I like how he just don't give a shit. That's admirable. But I think at a time when you start to become a bit of a dictator, and it's all getting a bit scary now. Do you know what I'm saying? Again, it's the media. You know? But the thing is as well, it's just how that, like, when you look back at the campaign and what Donald Trump was saying and all stuff like that, like, it skimmed across the LGBT stuff, but acted like an ally. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all fucking dodgy, and I feel sorry for everyone. I feel very lucky that I don't have to, I will never know what that feels like for a law to change that will affect my identity. Do you know what I'm saying? I think I feel like when you're pulling troops out because they're trans and they want to fight for their country, I don't think that should be allowed. I don't think that, and this is my honest opinion, I genuinely don't feel that. I think Olympic sports or sports should be just set for biological, end of. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you look at like testosterone and estrogen levels and all stuff like that, because there was a thing, and I only recently was thinking about this, and my brain's only been ticking about this, right? Because there was, and there was a fencing event, and the opponent dropped to her knee. She refused to fight because her other opponent was trans. And I was sitting there thinking about it, and I was like, I really felt for the trans person to be in that environment and to be rejected like that. But at the same time, I sat there and I thought, if I was wrestling and a trans man wanted to fight me in a wrestle as a sport, would I want to do it? Because would I have an advantage because I'm strong and it wouldn't be a fair fight? You know, or would they have an advantage because they're taking a little bit more testosterone? And does that make sense? It's just such a, like, like biologically, I think biologically 100%. But, you know, you've got to be on par with like height and weight different, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think legally, if someone wants to change their gender, they should be legally recognised, legally, to have legal rights. So, like, because you kind of know who's doing it for perversion and who's legitimately living the opposite gender. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not rocket science. It's just the media filling your heads with shit. You know? Tell me how many cases you've heard of people being attacked in the bathrooms. You know? Miller and Carter. How many unisex bathrooms there are? How many issues have there been? Exactly, none. Or like one or two. Do you know what I mean? You get more fucking wrong uns that do worse than shit like that happening. Do you know what I'm saying? We are going backwards in time, aren't we? It's quite a scary time. It's like how, like, I feel like how the trans community has representation at the moment, and the press it's getting, and all the stuff like that, it just feels very, how everyone's ignorance to it and thought processes, because you'll find the majority are more disgusted than they are for it. That's why it's happening. Does that make sense? So it kind of, it feels like we're going back in time in that sense. Like, obviously I'm gay, so remember what, like, gay men and gay women had to go through in the 80s with, like, that ignorance and schmomophobia and people not understanding. Like, do you know what I mean? That's how it feels, or that's how I feel. Does that make sense? I feel like the majority that are against it aren't understanding. Does that make sense? You know how people used to think of, like, gay people back in the day? It was very taboo and very, you know. Yeah, that's how it feels like now, and it just doesn't sit right with me. It doesn't sit right with me. But at the same time, it's come from the press putting stuff out about drag queens reading stories in libraries, and, like, you know, it's such a grey area where it's all come from, because people have, hiya Dan, people have, does that make sense? no one blinked an eye to it until stories like that started coming out. You know? Like, no one had an issue until an issue was made. Does that make sense? It's like they plant stories to plant a seed and make it, oh, I don't know that, actually. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, we talk about it, it's like, oh, it's just a conspiracy theory. It is propaganda. You'll realise every country has propaganda of some sort. You know, all the big, rich Western countries have terrible propaganda. North Korea, terrible. Russia, terrible. America, oh, Delulu. Fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? Like, even when I went to America myself, I was like, yeah. It felt like a very brainwashed country, I'm not going to lie. It was all very odd and peculiar. Like, I was in the Midwest, so that's like America. We're talking, I got slurred in America. I got called an FAG. And I'm not surprised because I would look like a fucking disco ball. But it was awful. I might as well have been in the desert. I was going to, listen, I'll tell you the story. So I've never been to a concert in America, and how they are done over, it ain't like going to the O2 Arena or Tottenham Stadium, let me tell you that now. No. Like, their stadiums are out in the middle of the motorway, like the highway. You think, right, you're driving up the M25, you got 100 miles to your next stop, yeah? That's fucking, the stadium's there, right? So the stadium I went to, I can't remember what one it's called, but there's two stadiums next to it. There's two stadiums in one lot, right? Which is mad. And then, what was it? They had a baseball game going on, right? And the traffic was horrendous. So the Uber driver was like, oh, get out here and just go down, straight down, walk down the highway, turn right, because the traffic weren't moving and people were walking down. So I was like, yeah, we'll drive down a little bit, because I was a bit uneasy because I don't know the roads and stuff like that. And then, what was it? And then the crowd sort of like disappeared. I was like, oh, it's only down there. Yeah, all right, I'll go down there. So I went down. Was driving down, like, was it the lay-by thing? We pull over if you break down. Walk into the stadium, and the baseball game had finished, and I was all dressed up in theme for like Renaissance. So I had like this sequin cowboy jacket on. There's like this sparkly belt that, it was, I looked good, but it was just very, you know, only for Renaissance, you know, not for a baseball match. And I was all like Renaissance ready. Anyway, this baseball match has started leaving the stadium, and you've got all these conservative American families all just looking at me like I'm a fucking, like, I might as well have been in drag. I might as well have just been in fucking drag. Legit. And then this woman walked past, covered her son's eyes, and I was like, it's fucking sequins going on like I'm fucking draped in the flag. Do you know what I'm saying? And then they, like, some of them were nodding their heads, and one of them went, hey, like that. And I was like, get me in a state. I've been hate crimed. But the thing is, it just went over my head. I was like, no, like, you know, can't say you ain't been to America if you ain't been called an FAG. Do you know what I mean? Hey! God bless America. Isn't it? One sec. Isn't it? One sec. Isn't it? One sec. So I'm going to have to go soon. I'm going to meet my pal. She's on her way. I'm good, Ben. I thought she was here when I heard the door go. But what was it? Yeah, so you can't say you haven't really experienced America if... Have I got no sound? Is it good now? Right, I miss you too, Ben. Listen, I'm going to have to shoot because I'm going out with my friend. She's on her way, so she wants me ready.